What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JBsports back again with another one. Gonna talk about Tyson Fury's propaganda. He's on the U.S. media tour, doing a lot of talking, selling a lot of wolf tickets. But in actuality, the bottom line is he ran from the deal with Deontay Wilder. They had a deal, 50-50 deal on the table for that fight to take place in a rematch. And Tyson Fury ran away from the deal and signed a multi-fight deal with ESPN. He can talk about all he want about, Deontay Wilder, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight you, man. I'll fight you right now. I'll fight you right here in New York in the streets, a bare knuckle brawl. You can tell he's watching that Paulie Malignaggi press conference earlier. They had that big press conference early in New York where Paulie Malignaggi spit on Artie Lobov. So you can tell that he had been watching that, so he tried to take advantage of that. That guy there is an ultimate clout chaser, man. He tried to jump on the first train smoking, leaving town, man. If that, that's the type of guy he is, man. Trying to jump on Deontay Wilder's glory, man. Trying to jump on the bandwagon. He see Deontay Wilder is blowing up like Hiroshima, man, just blowing up. His career has gone to a whole nother level. It was already big, but it's gone to a whole nother level. As you probably be seeing Deontay Wilder making around doing talk shows. I don't have any kind of inside information, but you best be sure you're gonna probably see Deontay Wilder making the late night show circuit. A lot of those guys can probably calling Wilder's people right now, asking for him to be on their shows, man. He's the biggest thing going on in boxing. He is the face of boxing right now. Don't make no mistake about it. Deontay Wilder is the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I know you UK people butthurt. I'm not gonna say UK people, but you AJ fans are butthurt about this. You're trying to take glory away from Deontay Wilder's win. You're trying to talk about, bro, that was only 13,101 fans at Barclays. Who cares how much it was? It was sold out. I had multiple people that was at that fight, and I talked to them on the phone. They told me, hey, it was sold. It might not have been sold out, but it was full capacity. So that means that it was pretty much full. You gonna have empty seats here and there, but it was for full capacity. It wasn't like you could look around and see a bunch of empty seats in different sections. It wasn't like that. So they had a full capacity crowd there. So miss me with that. Oh, he just only had 13,101. And then another thing AJ fans are saying is, oh, he only made $5 million. First of all, you don't know what Wilder made. Wilder told you at the press conference with Brazil that they were not going to release what he made. But you best believe that if he was offered $20 million to fight Brazil on the DAZN, that he at least got $20 million to stay with Showtime. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't making dollars, it ain't making sense. He's not going to do a fight with Showtime for $5 million when he had $20 million on the table with the DAZN. You know what I'm saying? There ain't that much loyalty in the world. So best believe he got his $20 million fighting Brazil. So it is what it is, man. But Deontay Wilder is a face of boxing. Tyson Fury is out here clout chasing. He's out here, on the media, on First Take, on different outlets, TV outlets, making all kind of outrageous claims. Now he's talking about the fight with Wilder probably won't happen till 2020 of March or April of 2020. And this fight could have already been made. He, like I said, he walked away from the 50-50 deal, but now he's talking about he wants a couple of fights, and then that fight, he's been told that fight won't happen until March or April. Okay? So, for him to sit up there and say in another breath that the fight can happen, both fighters just got to make it happen. It doesn't matter if I'm on ESPN, if he's on Showtime, we're not going to quibble over a few dollars. If the fighters want it, we can make it happen. And he said he best believe that, he wants that fight to happen. Okay, if you want that fight to happen, then make it happen. Why are you waiting till April or March of 2020 to make that fight happen? You talking about you've been told that. So you basically, the contract, basically what you saying, the contract you got with Top Rank, they got final say on who you supposed to fight. You really ain't got no say on when you fight or when you're going to fight Wilder. You saying you've been told. So you really have no say. It's basically Bob Arum got calling all the shots. You basically got the same contract that Anthony Joshua got with Eddie Hearn. Well, basically Eddie Hearn is making the fights for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is just he just let me know when the date is and what the venue is, and I'll be there. But basically, I'm gonna let you run the show as far as who I fight and when I fight them. And that's basically seemed like what the contract Tyson Fury got. I know you people gonna be like, why can you say that? You don't know the contract that Anthony Joshua has. Look, every fight that Eddie Hearn has wanted for Anthony Johnson has fought. Was anybody asking for Povetkin in September 22nd? Was anybody asking for that fight? No, you can say all you want about what the WBA came and mandated that. They didn't come and mandate anything. Eddie Hearn got on the phone and talked with WBA, and they came and mandated that fight. But if nobody was calling for that fight, and if they did mandate it, unification trumps mandatories. We all know this. Come on now. So Eddie Hearn is, many people don't know this, Eddie Hearn is Anthony Joshua's manager and promoter. You know, when Anthony Joshua is getting his sparring partners ready together before a big fight or before another fight, Eddie Hearn is the one that gets the sparring partners for Anthony Joshua. He's the manager and the promoter. He's got 100% control of Anthony Joshua. Best believe that. A lot of people ain't came out and said that. They be like, well, we don't know. It might be, they wondering why. What's the reason behind Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder not fighting? A lot of people want to know that. What's the reason behind them? Is it Eddie or is it Anthony? It's Eddie Hearn. He's the reason why the fight has not happened. Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn. Them are the two reasons why the fight has not happened. It ain't got nothing to do with Anthony Joshua. Because you notice when Deontay Wilder offered Anthony Joshua the $50 million, Anthony Joshua got on the internet and said, let's roll. Okay? And then a week later, here you come in, I don't want to sell my soul, I want to fight. The first fight should be in the UK. We worked hard to build up the UK and build up my legacy here in the UK. Let's make it happen in the UK. You know what I'm saying? All you heard that. Then you heard Barry Hearn over at the Matchroom fishing tournament over there saying we're not looking to make that fight at the earliest. We're looking to make that fight is 2020. And then in another breath he said, well, if that fight don't never happen, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Barry Hearn said. If the fight don't ever happen, he ain't gonna lose no sleep over. I'm paraphrasing. He ain't losing no sleep over if it don't never happen. So this is what we're talking about, folks. This is the reason why the fight has not happened. Eddie Hearn got an exclusive deal with Anthony Joshua. You notice that's why Anthony Joshua ain't signed with DAZN. Anthony Joshua got an exclusive deal with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. He keeps talking about, we're gonna sign a DAZN deal and this and that. Let's see if he signed a DAZN deal. With DAZN losing money left and right. As you know, DAZN it's been a report come out that DAZN lost $4.6 billion. This globally. DAZN is all, they got they located in different countries all over the world. And they lost $4.6 million. They got 4 million subscribers worldwide. But the money that they're taking in and the money that they're taking that is going out and what they're taking in, they're taking a whole lot of losses. $4.6 billion. Now all these Eddie Hearn fans and Eddie Hearn worshipers and AJ fans, they quickly came out when the report came out that Al Heyman, it was a rumor. It really wasn't a report. It was just straight rumor. A rumor that was that Al Heyman was going to sell the PBC to Dana White because the investors were not happy and PBC was taking losses. But you didn't hear about no report. It was just straight rumors. Now here it is, a report. This is a report that came out and said DAZN lost $4.6 billion. DAZN is not where it's at, folks. They should have. They messed up when they tried to come with an all app only. DAZN was just all app. Then they should have had a channel. Come with a channel and an app. Do it like Showtime did. Showtime got a channel and an app. They had an app before DAZN had an app. DAZN, you go on an exclusive app. You're not in the US. That was just a bad decision on DAZN part. You should have came with a channel, and then you could have built your app up. Do like ESPN do. ESPN got boxing on ESPN, and they got ESPN Plus, an app, but they're building it through their app. Building it through ESPN. That's what you got to have. You got to have something that's already established when you're trying to come with something new, like a DAZN. You were trying to come with something brand new, and you didn't have anything with a track record to back it up. basically. You didn't have anything to back it up, so you probably should have just came with a DAZN channel and then put it out there on the DAZN channel, put it out there on the cable, you know, premium cable like Showtime. You know, put up the money that you had to do to come up with a premium channel like Showtime and HBO, put on fights that way, and then build your channel up for a couple of years and then come with the app. But for you just come with an app in the US thinking it was sweet over here in the US, that you could just come up here and bum rush and take over and be bigger than Showtime or ESPN, that was just a bad move. And you know, and you just, you know, you came bad decision, and you just made a bad business move, and now you're here. Now you're gonna have to pay the piper. So, you know, they're looking for the DAZN to sell to a tech company. Maybe they'll come, and I advise that tech company, any tech company that does buy the DAZN or thinking about buying the DAZN, y'all need to get a channel. Many people don't know this. When Golden Boy signed with the DAZN, De La Hoya signed a streaming deal with multiple, I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of, let me put it like this, a lot of sports bars around the United States. He signed a streaming deal, exclusive streaming deal for Canelo fights to be shown on sports bars. So, you know, when Canelo fight, I go to a sports bar. I don't buy no DAZN app. I go to a sports bar and watch it. Every fight he had, when he fought Rocky Fielding, it was at a sports bar. I went to a sports bar. I went to a sports bar to watch that fight. When he fought Danny Jacobs, I went to a sports bar to watch that fight. We're going to see what AJ do. AJ fighting Andy Ruiz. I advise Eddie Hearn in Matchroom Boxing to try to sign some kind of deal before this fight takes place with Andy Ruiz. Sign some kind of deal with sports bars around the United States like De La Hoya did, a streaming deal with the sports bars around the U.S. for that fight, and try to get that fight. That'll help AJ profile so many people can see that fight. Because if you just run that fight straight on the app, ain't nobody gonna see that fight. Anthony Joshua ain't gonna get no buzz. So we'll see what happens. That fight is about a couple of weeks away, less than 2 weeks away. They're gonna have to try to see if they got it. I don't know if they got it. All I know is De La Hoya has a streaming deal with the sports bars across the United States for Canelo fights, and with Golden Boy. So we're gonna see if we're gonna see what Eddie Hearn does. What he does. But I advise him to go that same route De La Hoya. He's not gonna be able to get the deal De La Hoya got, because Anthony Joshua is not nowhere close as popular as Canelo is in the U.S., but he needs to search for a deal, a streaming deal. He needs to talk to De La Hoya and say, hey, how did you get the streaming deal? And what was the mechanism for the streaming deal? And he need to go out there and try to make a deal for the Anthony Joshua and the Ruiz fight, because I'm telling you, there's nobody gonna talk about that fight if it's just on that app. It's not gonna get any buzz any buzz. Okay. So we'll see what happens on that front. But again, back to Tyson Fury, man. The guys out here clout chasing, don't want to fight. And then he tried to say, well, everybody talking about the multi-fight deal I signed with ESPN. Well, Deontay Wilder signed a 3-fight deal with Showtime. He's fighting, he fought Brazil. Now he's going to fight Luis Ortiz, and he's going to fight Adam Kanaki. So he signed a multi-fight deal with Showtime. So people trying to say that I ran from the fight, that I signed an ESPN deal, but he signed that deal first. Come on, Tyson Fury. You think boxing fans are stupid? Come on, man. Let's be real. You know good and well that Deontay Wilder's a free agent. He's working with Showtime, but he ain't signed no 3-fight deal with Showtime. He very well may end up fighting Luis Ortiz next. I would say Luis Ortiz is a front runner for the next fight. I'll give you that. And but he hasn't signed anything. He hasn't put no pen to paper signing no 3-fight deal with Showtime. That hasn't happened. He is a free agent. That's why you notice after the fight he said all doors are open. We're in negotiations with John Skipper. We're in negotiations with Top Rank and ESPN. So he said all the 5 fights are getting made. If he had a 3-fight deal with Showtime, he wouldn't be talking like that. He'd be saying, well, right now I got 2 more fights to finish off my deal, and once I finish off my Showtime deal, then we'll look to Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. He didn't say nothing like that. He said all doors are open. More than likely though, he's probably going to fight Luis Ortiz next. That's the easier fight to make. In-house fight, easiest fight to make. That's going to be a pay-per-view fight, probably on Showtime. And, they'll be looking to make that fight. That was one of the best fights of, what was that fight? That was 2017. That was a candidate for Fight of the Year in 2017. So they'll probably be looking to make that fight again. So we'll see what happens on that front. Again, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Get to work, man. Just giving y'all a quick synopsis on Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. The heavyweight scene is very hot right now, very explosive right now. Got a lot of people talking about, especially Deontay Wilder, the face of boxing, man. Hopefully we can get these fights made. But you know, quiet is kept, man. But you know the person that's really in a dilemma to me is Anthony Joshua, because Deontay Wilder, he can tell Anthony Joshua 50-50. If not, he's got all the leverage. He's got a whole lot of fighters under the PBC stable. He's got a whole lot of options. Anthony Joshua don't have no options, too many options. And even Tyson Fury, he's gonna fight a bunch of nobodies, probably. Well, he's fighting a nobody on June 15th, and Tom Schwartz, aka Tom Hanks. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting him, but he's got other options. He's got Joseph Parker over there. He's got Brandon Jennings. He got Pulev. So he got options. But Anthony Joshua, you got Usyk, man. Usyk is coming off an injury. You're gonna have Usyk coming off an injury and ain't had one fight at heavyweight, and then he's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. After Anthony Joshua fights Ruiz, if he's victorious in his first fight at heavyweight, that's gonna be a hard fight to sell, especially on the zone. You got two non-USA fighters, and you got a guy like Usyk that nobody really knows. Highly skilled fighter, I know him. He's top 10 pound for pound, but nobody knows him in the U.S. And Anthony Joshua is not that known in the U.S. So you're gonna have a guy coming up and fighting for the heavyweight title in his first fight at heavyweight. Ain't had one fight. Are you gonna give him another? You're gonna give him another fight. He got hurt in a Takum fight. Maybe you try to reschedule that Takum fight, or maybe he fights somebody else, and then you fight AJ. But AJ still's gonna need another opponent after the Andy Ruiz fight. So will they put him in there with Dylan White? If you put him in there with Dylan White, that's a UK fight. Again, that's not gonna help the zone. You got two non-USA fighters. Dylan White's not known in the U.S. He had one fight on the U.S. He fought on the undercard of Terrence Crawford fight in Nebraska. So he has no name recognition in the U.S. So Anthony Joshua's got a dilemma. He's gonna have to come to the table, man, to offer Deontay Wilder 50-50 deal. He's gonna come, not even offer him a deal. He's gonna come to the table, humble, and negotiate with Team Wilder and find out the total how much money is in the plate, how much money is on the table, and do a 50-50 deal with Deontay Wilder. If not, then you can fight Dylan White too. In the UK, that's a big fight over there in the UK, domestic fight, but it's not big here in the USA. Or fight Pulev. Pulev is a second or third tier heavyweight. That's a fight that maybe you fight him over there in the UK. But that fight won't move the needle either. So Anthony Joshua's gonna have to come correct, man. His options are limited. Pulev, Dylan White 2, fight Usyk, and have Usyk fighting you at first fight at heavyweight for the heavyweight title when he was actually supposed to have. He actually said he wanted to have a fight, one fight at heavyweight to get comfortable with the weight, and then fight AJ. Well, have him jump up straight to AJ. That's gonna be how many people gonna actually give him a chance? A lot of people still think with his skill level will give him a little bit of a chance, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that front. They give him a little bit of chance, but that won't be a fight that excites the casual boxing fan at all. So we'll see what happens, man. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.